Hello and welcome in to a preview show. This is a series I'm hoping to do throughout the playoffs. I'm going to do it as much as I can. Hopefully going forward I'll have it out a bit early in the day, so if you want to get around to it, you'll have most of the day to get around to it. That being said, let's jump into talking about the odds for today and the game. So just a quick little glance at odds here. You'll see that the Rangers are decent favorites to beat the Capitals tonight. The Florida Panthers are good favorites to win and go up 2-0. The Jets and Avs is basically a pick'em, slight edge to the Avs. They probably just don't see the Avs losing 2 games in a row because they're a really good team. And then you got the Vancouver Canucks, who are a slight favorite over the Nashville Predators. Let's jump in and talk a little bit about each game and each series in their own right. So the first one to talk about is the 7 p.m. start, which is the New York Rangers and Washington Capitals. And what you will have noticed from game one is first period tight. You got some good goaltending out of Charlie Lindgren. And then from that point on, the Rangers just kind of had their moments where they scored goals. And that's kind of what the issue in this series is going to be for Washington going forward is the Rangers have a lot of players who can score, who can pop up and take over games. The Washington Capitals maybe have a line that can really do that, and a few players. Ovechkin held without a shot in the first game. I included a quote for him. The first period was okay, Alexander Ovechkin said. The second period, a couple mistakes and they score goals, but we all understand it's a playoff game. Everybody has to play much better, so forget about this one and move forward. And from his standpoint, yes, that's what you have to do. You just kind of put it behind you and you move on. At the same time, though, from a fan's perspective and from a viewer's perspective, it is really hard to see the Washington Capitals generating offense. They only generated 21 shots in game one. The goaltending situation with Shesterkin versus Lindgren, I'm not sure it's really going to matter much, to be honest. Sorry about that. I have my phone on. And I honestly think Shesterkin is going to be a tough puzzle for the Capitals to solve, especially when they're struggling to even get the puck to their best player. Because this Capitals offense is kind of one-dimensional. The power play is one-dimensional. If you know where Ovechkin is and you can get in the passing lanes, you can really wipe him off the map. He's not as explosive as the players he used to be. He's a pure finisher. He's not a game driver. And this Capitals team just probably is not deep enough to push the Rangers beyond 5 games. I personally picked the Rangers to sweep this series, and the first game just kind of confirmed my thoughts on that. As you can see, minus 290 for the Rangers. They're a decent favorite. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm betting Rangers spread every game this series because I have a tough time seeing the Rangers not winning most of these games, if not all 4 or 4 out of 5 in the series. And I think when they win, they're going to win by multiple, kind of like they did in game 1. We then move on to the Lightnings and Panthers, and this scoreline from game 1 is a little flattering to the Lightning. If you watch the game, it was 3-1 up until about 12 seconds left when the Tampa Bay Lightning scored a consolation power play goal, which really was just kind of garbage time. They had the goalie pulled there in desperation. They got one. Good for them. But the Florida Panthers, in my opinion, were a dominant team. And no, they didn't score a ton of goals and run it up like the Rangers might tie versus the Capitals, but when you watch the game, you're like, man, Florida just looks like a better team. That being said, I included a little stat here about the Lightning. Teams that take a 2-0 lead and a best of 7. Oh, wait, that's not the one I meant to take. Oh, it's the second stat, my bad. Tampa Bay is 22-4 in playoff games following a loss since 2020. And that's one of those things. Like, this is a stat, like, it's since 2020, but it's I'm not sure it's really representative of what the Lightning are in 2024. I personally think Florida is probably going to win this series in 6 games. That being said, I expect the Lightning to win a game or two. They're really a veteran, experienced team with good talent. That being said, I think if Florida wins game 2, Tampa Bay is in a ton of trouble and could be looking at a 5-game series. I think this Florida team is no joke. They come at you in waves. They're fast, they're skilled, they're gritty. They're really like the perfect team built for the playoffs, and they showed the world that last year, and I think they're just going to confirm that in a lot of people's minds this year. I didn't bet on this game just because I feel like Tampa Bay could win tonight. And it's going to be interesting. There's a quote here from Paul Maurice I included. There wasn't long stretches of zone dominance. There wasn't long stretches of high-quality scoring chances. Both teams are going to look at how do we generate more, how do we get more time in their end, and how do we create a little bit without opening their game. I think that'll be the challenge tonight. And if you watch Game 1, you will know that's pretty much true. It was kind of a slog, to be honest. Not a lot of high-danger chances. Just a gritty, grindy playoff game. And both these teams are capable of producing good offense. but is the pace of play that they play at and how tight they play going to really hinder that? And I think that might be the case, but I think Florida might win tonight and take a 2-0 series lead, but I'm not confident in betting that. Vegas, minus 180 on Florida tonight, so they're a little more confident. We then look at the Avs and Jets. Interesting thing to note was Gabriel Landeskog on the ice with the Avalanche today as kind of like a coach role. And they were hinting at here that would be an ideal situation for us if we were able to continue to advance and he be able to get back in. We don't know if that's the case. So they're hinting at if they were to last, that could be the case. But look at this. Look at the shots to goal ratio that the Jets had. They scored 7 on 23. They were scoring on a third of their shots on net. And this is a massive concern. And on the other hand, you should be very concerned about 46 shots on goal for the Avalanche in Game 1. They're going to need Connor Hellebuyck to play better, and the Avalanche are going to need Georgiev to play better. But I'm not really sure I trust Georgiev. Some of those goals, not fantastic. Some grade A chances, but I mean, that's just putrid. They might have to go look into going to their backup, which I don't believe their backup goaltending situation is really ideal. But I have a tough time seeing this series being a lower scoring series just because the Avalanche goaltending situation is bad, and the Avalanche on the other hand are driving play a lot. This is an extremely tough series to project. I picked the Jets to win the series, but after watching Game 1, I really didn't know how to feel because you have one team that can score at will, and then another team that's just generating so many chances that they're going to score. Jets really have to figure out how to slow down Colorado. The Jets did lead by multiple goals, so score effects kind of take into account here. When the Jets are trying to shut down the game and the Avalanche are able to pot goals, that's concerning. Can you shut down a game? Can you slow down the Avalanche? Because if you're gonna let 46 shots, you're gonna have to score 5-6 goals to win a game. Because that ratio, unless you're having Hellebuyck stand on his head, you're not gonna win a series letting up over 40 shots a game typically. That being said, I think I'm leaning towards the Jets tonight. I just kind of think home ice is going to be big in this series. I could kind of see this being a homer series where the home teams win every game. I think that the Jets are probably going to struggle to stop Colorado from scoring in Colorado, but tonight's going to be a big test to see, can the Jets slow down Colorado's offense? And on the other hand, can Georgiev stop a puck? Because that's a massive question. You can't win the Stanley Cup without goaltending, and that is a major concern for Colorado. But yeah, I'm leaning Jets tonight, but I wouldn't be shocked either way. Let me go on to the last one, and a little bit of sad news, to be honest. Thatcher Demko, rumored to potentially be missing the rest of the series. It's a knee injury that sidelined the goalie 14 games. Oh, it's not related to, it says. My bad, I misread that. But on the other hand, Thatcher Demko, significantly better than the backups. I put up the stats here just to show what you're looking at. You're looking at probably Casey DeSmith. Let me check Daily Faceoff right now. But regardless of who it is, this is a massive loss for the Canucks. They won Game 1, which was good. But against the Predators, who play a tough game, who get gritty goals, if you have a goalie who's a little more shaky, you're going to have more pucks going to your net on gritty goals that the Predators can score. Rebound control matters. You're going to be seeing a significant drop there. Yeah, they did confirm Casey DeSmith tonight. Casey DeSmith can pop up and have good games, so I don't think it's end the world, stick a fork, and then they're done type of goaltending situation like you might have in Colorado, where who can stop a puck? Casey DeSmith might be able to raise his game. Little sub 929 games. As you can see, they went 12-9-6 with him, which means they technically lost more than they won with him. I don't really factor overtime losses, but some of those wins that he has, you can't really see here because the stats, they could be overtime wins as well. But regardless, I lean the Predators tonight. I think this is going to be a tight series that goes 7 games. I think the Predators play a good style of hockey. They have good veteran leadership. Their depth is underrated. After Game 1, I was kind of leaning the Canucks to win this series in 6 games because I was kind of impressed with what I saw. I kind of like the energy that the Vancouver crowd brought, and it's been a while since Vancouver had a home playoff game, and you could tell they were fiending for it. And you love to see atmospheres like that, regardless of who you cheer for. The Canucks atmosphere was electric, and they're going to have to be electric tonight and put a little more adrenaline into their players in the building. So you're going to be looking for them to kind of bring it tonight. That being said, I have the Predators winning. I think these teams are just kind of evenly matched, and we're going to have to see how the goaltending situation plays out for Vancouver. Should be interesting tonight with these games. We'll go back to the intro screen here just to go back over my picks for tonight. I'm leaning with the Capitals. I'm leaning with the Rangers to win by probably 2-3 goals tonight. I'm leaning for Florida to win a tight one. I think the Jets are also going to win a tight one. I'd expect the over to hit there as well, just based off what we saw in Game 1. Game 1s are weird, though. A lot of times you'll see like a Game 1 where a team falls flat and then they come back and they play completely different because they're addressing those issues. Some teams can't catch up to the opponent they're playing and they can't fix those issues. But I'd expect a close game between the Avs and the Jets. But I'm leaning the Jets. I'm going home ice there. And then Nashville, Vancouver. I'm going to pick the Predators to win a tight game there as well. Should be a fun night of hockey. Tomorrow, expect a little preview episode, kind of like this. I'll probably either make one video I'll probably make two videos. One talking about the games tonight and recapping them, and one previewing the games tomorrow. So you have that to look forward to tomorrow. And hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit like to like the video and get it shown to more people. Appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.